This is a really big place. There's Charles Garrett, founder of the company. Hey Vaughn, how's it going?
Welcome to the home of Garrett the Detectors.
Hey Sharon, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good. They're keeping you busy?
Yes, sir.
Good. Let's go take a look at the little relic room over here. This is the Garrett treasure room. Haven't had a chance to take a look in here yet. Just all kinds of stuff.
This right here is my dad's most treasured find. It's the Virgin Mary holding the Christ child. He found it in the Isle of Guadalupe. It was about a foot deep. And it's made of pewter, and he found it by a rock. It was like in the mid-70s that he found that. And it's so representative of his faith because my dad was a Christian man, and it was so fitting that he found an icon of Christ.
It's like they had it on something. There's a hole in the bottom and a hole in the top.
Yeah, he believes that it was probably on the door of a captain of a ship, of the vessel that was submerged. It probably crashed off the Isle of Guadalupe and made its way to the shore.
It's really cool. There's some other things in here. Looks like Chinese things here.
Yep, there's some ancient metals and pots, 2,000 years old.
Wow. Look at this helmet from 1500 around in there.
Yes. Yeah, I was with him on some of these finds. Come over here, I want to show you something that's really nice too. Back in 1977, I was with my dad, and we went to Germany, and we hunted with several professional treasure hunters, and we dug up all these World War II relics. It's a pivotal time in German and French and U.S. history because this is the battle in which the French and the United States soldiers combined together and unified and crossed over the German line called the Siegfried Line, and the battle ensued, and Germany was slowly losing their grip on the war. And what's very telling is this helmet right here, German. Wow. All those holes in it, bad day.
It was a bad day.
Bad day for Germany.
And then grenades. It's really cool.
This is a British helmet right there, the one that has no holes in it.
Oh, with that little symbol, yeah.
That's right.
I bet it was easy to find stuff like that back then. It was probably laying everywhere. I'd give a good signal.
Definitely hot signals.
Look at all this stuff. Old dagger. Native American things in there.
Yeah, some Native American. Many of these were found in ghost towns in the United States back in the 60s.
A good variety of stuff in this room. Just about everything you can think of.
My dad found more than half the treasure in this museum. He had his whole life to look for treasure.
Look at all this in here.
Yes, this was a mission that my dad searched. It's an early English fort site used in the 1700s
Yep, there.
to defend against the French troops.
There's a picture of him.
He removed all the relics from the site. Yeah, there he is.
They let him keep all that stuff too. Wow.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah, rich history.
We have the machines here. That's a security CSI.
This is for law enforcement.
Here's more of the hobby division. We have the AT Pro, AT Gold,
Yes.
Garrett Infinium, the Sea Hunter, it looks like.
That's right.
So if you're a scuba diver, there you go. There's a machine for you.
And all of our aces,
Ace Series.
including our brand new ones, are 300 and 400.
350 and 250 and the 150. The difference between these three machines and these two new ones, which is also another new one coming out soon, and I guess I should tell you about it now.
Yeah, the Ace 200.
Ace 200, and The difference with the 200, 400, and 300 is they will all have cam locks on the shaft, which is a big improvement. And the 200 has a smaller coil, I think.
7 by 10.
Okay.
300. And then the 8
11
by
inch dub-
11 for
Mhm,
the
on-
400.
And they all have a digital target ID display. Instead of just the bar on top, it will have a number. Very helpful. The 400 has iron audio. 300, it doesn't have iron audio. We also have the GTI 2500 here. So there you have it. The Garrett Museum. Now we're going to take a look at the factory. I'm in the back room now. They're putting together Pro Pointer ATs. These are the coils. And over here, they test it to make sure everything works properly. There's the carrots. Have the boxes. Just a good assembly line going. This is teamwork.
Final product,
That's
the
right.
Garrett Carrot.
That's right. You got to get you one of those, especially if you're a water hunter. We're looking at the Ace 400s here. Putting them together. This is a big place. Make sure it picks up silver. That's a silver dollar right there. Over here is where they box them up. Getting them ready to ship out. AT Pro coming down the line right here. They're putting them together. Making sure they work. Look at all the coils. This is where they box them up. Now, what coil is this for?
6.5 by 9.
Okay, 6.5 by 9 inch concentric coil.
Copper coil winding.
Yep. They spin the copper up. And,
It's the inner coil.
yep. Very neat.
She's doing the outer coil winding now. Base 250.
This is a double D coil here, the inside. They cross together like that. These are the freshly poured search coils. Nice and shiny. They use this machine right here. They're actually getting ready to close it up for today, but it pours all the epoxy in the coils and the different material they use to seal them. What's in that bag?
This is my dad's very first metal detector invention. He built this in 1960.
Wow.
He was working for a company called Geotech. And he had the idea to build a metal detector and to go find treasure. And so he built this coil, you know, and bent it. And this is a military grade connector.
It's out of wood.
Because my dad was in the Navy for 4 years.
Okay.
And so he was familiar with Navy components. So this has mil-spec grade quality connectors. So it's
really
tough
cool.
as nails.
Yeah, it's not going to break.
Right. It was a simple
On-off?
TR type circuit, just on off. So this is where it all began, 1960.
Wow.
Coming down, this one. This was his first patented invention. This was the prototype which led to the Hunter.
Wow.
He invented this metal detector in Garland, Texas, at our home on Ravenna Drive. Night after night for an entire year he worked on this design. And he invented his own circuit.
Just a pipe right there.
It's just a pipe there. And he used military components from a radio. And he got this can, looks like kind of an off-the-shelf can.
Mm-hmm.
And he wired this thing up and had the coil to go within the stem, which is really nice.
Really nice.
Very nice. And he wound his own coil down here. You can kind of take a look here. He wound it and he pressed it together, put the windings in, and it's actually got a wood centerpiece here. And this baby worked very well, and it paved the way to refine it a little bit and introduce the Hunter in 1964. And then after that, he went into production on the Hunters, and he hired more people, and they started making them in the garage.
Awesome.
So this right here is the original prototype.
This is where it all started.
Absolutely.